Tonight's episode is brought to you by Depend Underwear. When you gotta be on Ramblers Unleashed, but your grandpa, Depends Underwear will protect you from embarrassing accidents.
This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
The wrestling podcast that sets all other podcasts apart. Covering news from the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, and more. Your favorite weekly episodic podcast, Ramblers Unleashed, starts now.
Starts right now on a terrific Tuesday. Welcome to it. It is another episode of Ramblers Unleashed. And as you know, as you can see, Max is not here with us. He is on assignment. He's actually, guys, searching for Marty Jannetty's removed foot so that he can turn around and sell that on eBay. Which, in case you missed it, Marty Jannetty apparently had his foot amputated, so we wish him some very speedy recovery. That's awful news. But Max, we hope you find what you're looking for, man. You could come back on the show and tell us all about it. But
why do I have this terrible feeling that, you know, we've all seen the videos out there like, I'm going to take this stack of gummies and I'm going to go grocery shopping. Why do I have this terrible feeling that Max took a stack of gummies and he's like just wandering down some beach looking for a fucking foot?
You know, Baron, what have you ever taken a gummy or been high and gone grocery shopping? You can unmute too, by the way.
No, I have never taken a gummy, never been high, and never grocery shopped. Those three things have never happened. It might have happened actually 2 times already this week. Let me put it. Of course, man.
Have you ever gone for like a specific item though? Or was it whatever just caught your eye?
While grocery shopping? While high? Well, I can tell you right now, I am banned from grocery shopping around where I live because, one, I come back with a 12-pack of beer, some bananas, zebra cakes, honey buns, and some cereal, and that's it. So I usually don't get anything that I'm set out to ever get.
I'm going shopping with you, bro.
I'll go get corn and some meat and stuff here for the grill, but like, I am the worst fucking grocery shopper known to mankind.
You have some of the food groups in there.
Yeah, I got the good stuff you needed: zebra cakes, cereal, and beer.
Yeah, exactly. Beer's made of water, and it's good for you. So
I will never go to a grocery store and not high. Let me put it to you that way.
See, Baron got confused and they said, would you please bring home salad? He got confused and brought home Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, well, you know, you get them confused because the world would probably say, hey, with the salad, get some ranch. And you see Cool Ranch Doritos and you're like, okay, this has ranch in it.
You get it all mixed up. See, I'm a seasoned vet at this. So, you know, I take one gummy, J-Bone, and I don't need to go to sleep. Yeah. I take like 15. No, I don't get crazy on the gummies, but I could tell you of all the times I've ever been high on the green stuff, I've never looked for a foot in my life. Now there has been some other times where some organic mushrooms may have been taken and there could have went on a lot of journeys, but never looked for a foot in my life.
Sober, I've never looked for a foot. I don't know what Max is doing. Well, we wish him well. We hope he finds what he's looking for. I'm sure Marty Jannetty hopes he finds his foot too. But with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce the fellas here. First and foremost, the man that is higher than a 747 jet airliner, our resident happy guy whose catchphrase is and will always be, Baron, please.
420.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, golfers, clap for the one, the only Baron. We got your buzzkill moment later on in the show. Baron, how are you, bud?
Doing good, man. It's Tuesday. I'm glad to be here with the fellas, talk some wrestling, and can't complain.
Absolutely. You know, it is weird being on here at like 10 o'clock, and it's weird being on the show anymore, honestly, because I'm the part-timer, so.
Well, we're gonna have to break a couple of these molds here, and the part-timer, you're gonna have to go ahead and fulfill a full-time position here if you want to continue with your 401k as well as pension and all that shit.
Take
So
that away
Dizzy, we need you to go ahead and get it together.
You
Part-timer.
wouldn't take that away from me. I'm the founding father of this freaking show. Come on now.
Hey, brother, part-time means part-time. There's that contract. You should have read it before you signed it.
What happened to Baron? Bubba, did we get rid of his 401k and all that stuff?
He's on a Legends contract. He's getting, his royalties from previous videos, $1.99 here and there.
So I don't get shit. Yeah, so Bubba can do whatever he wants. I don't get shit. I see how it is. All right. I really do. I see how it is. Good God. Well, we have your buzzkill moment. I mean, you don't need it now. You already gave me a buzzkill, but
I love killing buzz.
But we do have your buzzkill moment coming up later on in the program. Last but not least, certainly not least, our returning Rambler, one whose podcast ingenuity will always have a place on our show, and his knowledge of wrestling far surpasses mine. That's not a grandpa joke, neither. We would like to thank Mrs. J Bone for his valuable skills and, of course, his time, for without her, we would just be two guys just rambling. Ladies and gentlemen, golfers, clap for the mighty J Bone. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad we weren't doing the show last night. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah? What was going on last night?
I was we did go to the store a couple towns over and we bought some new gummies and most of them I use just medicinally, and I'll take like one before work just for aches and pains and stuff like that. Well, there's another kind that we got. It's got a little extra something in it. I took it and let's just say I really don't remember much of last night. Like I texted you guys and I don't remember anything after that.
Look at the Baron.
Baron's like, you wuss.
Mir wants to see J-Bone your shirt. What are you wearing?
I am wearing something out of my own store that I designed stuff for. It's the Whoop That Trick Williams shirt. It is, and the picture is from when he was TNA champ. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And a full t-shirt's available at jbone.com.
I don't think the link is in the description, but if you know, I think the link is in the TNI vids. But anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I've been so happy for what Trick Williams is doing. Goofy stuff aside, I loved it. My wife was not too happy with it. She's like, why are we mourning a big tall statue of a gingerbread? I'm like, honey, that gingerbread man had a family, and I'm trying to explain this to Tracy, and Tracy's like, would you shut the hell up?
He got 12 kids.
What's that, honey?
Oh gosh.
In order to save him, they should have got a baker, not a doctor.
Oh, in order to save him, they should have gotten a baker, not a doctor.
Oh well.
He came back from the dead, beat the hell out of Sami Zayn, and who did it end up being? Wasn't it fucking?
It's the rapper, little Yachty.
Little Yachty, right? Yeah, it was Little Yachty.
Yeah.
Is he any good as a rapper? I haven't listened to him.
I mean,
listen to you,
dude. He has got millions upon millions upon millions of followers and views on Spotify. Very big star. Do I think his rap is great? It's not for me, but
no, me either.
He's very popular, So.
I'm like, if he's like Beastie Boys or Run DMC, I'll give him a listen.
He's definitely
all right, Grandpa. Let's reel ourselves back in here. 2026 here, bud.
Most definitely not like Run DMC, but good.
Beastie Boys.
Anyway, let's dive into.
Sean here, she says at least J-Bone has merch. I bought a hat. He bought a TNI hat. You know what? I do want to address something. When I departed before, I took down the store. That's on me. So if you guys want my help to get a store back up and we get some merch going for this little train that we got going on here, I'm more than willing to help you guys.
We will definitely talk about that.
Mir's the only one that got the shirt, right?
Mir got a Ramblers Unleashed shirt, which I need to get one. I never got one. I need to get one because I have. I was wearing it around the house today. The Ramblers Rambling About Wrestling shirt. I have an old school Rambling About Wrestling shirt, but I need a Ramblers Unleashed shirt
with like the ring.
Yeah, with the ring logo. Yeah, our old logo.
Mm-hmm.
But I need a Ramblers Unleashed shirt.
Because and don't get me wrong, guys, I love the covers, but we need to
whoever does those covers for us, you are hired. That's awesome, man. That's a great thing. Love it. Baron, that's you, buddy. We have a lot to talk about tonight, guys. And first and foremost, of course, we need to bring this up. Last year, we reported that on August 23rd, Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son, brutally attacked Psycho Stu. His real name is Stuart Smith of Knox Pro Wrestling, in a vicious assault. Now we learn from TMZ.com that Raja apparently has struck a deal that would avoid him doing a lengthy sentence behind bars. So Jackson, who's 26, pled no contest to one count of battery with serious bodily injury, a felony according to the LA County DA's office, and will officially be sentenced in June. But it's expected that Raja will only spend 90 days in a cell before going on probation for 2 years. He'll also be ordered to pay nearly $82,000 in restitution. Now, Jackson was facing up to 7.5 years in prison for the attack where he beat Psycho Stu unconscious, and multiple wrestlers stepped in to break it up. Now, Knox Pro, which WWE partnered with the promotion for their independent development program, their WWE ID program, they parted ways with Knox Pro after this incident. But from 7.5 years to only 90 days in a cell, 2 years probation, and he's got to pay $82,000 in restitution. That's not fair.
No, that's BS. That's, if I did that to someone, I'd be sitting for years. I'm just saying. Just because you got money doesn't mean, or excuse me, just because your daddy's got some money. No.
Yeah, Baron, if it were you or me or J-Bone, we would all be probably rotting in a prison cell.
The judicial system sucks, and it's just not this case. It's every case. I mean, there's people killing people. There's people being sexually assaulted, raped all over the world, and they're getting far less crimes than what it is. And is it a money relation or whatever the case may be? Did he plead guilty? There's so many different variations. So it doesn't come to me as a surprise. Does he deserve more time? Fuck yeah, absolutely, right? But it doesn't come to a surprise that he got his sentence reduced. And I imagine it has something to do with money.
I would assume it has everything to do with money. I don't know if his dad helped him. I don't know if he had money in the bank. And
that's how these judges get rich.
I know. We're going to watch this developing story. He will be officially sentenced in June. We don't know if that will hold up in court, or if the judge will, throw out his plea and say, nope, here's what you're going to serve. You'll serve 7.5 years. So
what does he get? He's getting 90 days.
So he's getting 90 days. He's on
2-year probation,
and he's got to pay $82,000 in restitution.
I mean, that's not like just a smack on the wrist, right? I mean, $82,000 even for his father is a lot of money. I mean, his father was in the UFC during a period of time when it was not at its peak, where they weren't making money as fighters, right? And I think the biggest thing here is the reputation that he just run for himself as a human being, right?
Well,
he's not gonna get any type of gigs fighting or wrestling or anything along those lines. So maybe, I hope he learned a lesson. It doesn't come to a surprise that he only got 90 days. It's just how this fucking system works. And 2-year probation is not something to joke about. I mean, probation can be there's things you cannot do as a human being during that period of time, right? So he deserved more time, and I'm hoping that all that restitution is going directly to drawing a blank on the name. Sorry.
Psycho Stu.
Thank you, Stu. Right.
Not
for medical expenses.
Exactly. Yeah, for hospital bills. My God. I mean, I know that they raised a bunch of money on GoFundMe for his hospital stay and for everything that he was going through. Thank God for that. But not only did it ruin Raja's reputation, but it also ruined Pro Knox's relationship with the WWE. So these wrestlers now that are a part of Knox Pro, they're not going to get a fair shot into the WWE if they're still affiliated with that promotion, because now the WWE's kind of wiped their hands clean of this whole thing after Raja Jackson. So he not only fucked Psycho Stu, but he fucked this promotion. He fucked a lot of people, man, and he will never get work again. I guarantee you, he will never get work again.
Was that a year ago when this happened?
Yeah, that was in August
Holy
23rd.
shit, the time is flying by.
I know. So again, his sentencing is in June. We'll keep an eye on that. But here's some good news. In a new social media post on Sunday, Santino Marella responded to a tweet from a fan wanting to see him appear at Clash in Italy. The PLE coming up on May 31st. Now, Santino would note that appearing at the show later this month would be a full circle moment for sure. So Santino actually made his in-ring debut in Milan, Italy in 2007, where he was handpicked from the crowd to take on Umaga with the IC title on the line. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you for that little trivia moment. Because because I watched that live and I could not for the life of me remember who he beat. So
how awesome would that be, though, J-Bone? I mean, that's going to be great for not only WWE fans who remember Santino Marella, but it's also going to be awesome for TNA folks, fans who are going to tune in to see him on WWE TV again.
Oh yeah, I got a nice little audience over on TNI, and I can tell you a majority of the people that I see in the chat, and I know our whole crew loves Santino. We always call him an American treasure, and he's also an Italian treasure too. But but yeah, that's crazy. 2007. Holy crap! Almost 20 years. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that story comes to us from Fightful.com. This next one, though,
real quick on that same topic, is his daughter is a pretty noticeable star rising in NXT, so it's always an opportunity for him to kind of come around, because you know how that goes. Ariana Grace, right? It's his daughter. If I'm not mistaken.
She is the former, as of a couple weeks ago, I think it is. She is the former TNA Knockouts champ. So yeah. Let me tell you, the fans hated her. And I mean that with, I think, a heavy dose of, I think some of it was go away heat because they just didn't like her. But I appreciated, for me, not really seeing her do much on NXT before she started coming around and hanging out with her dad on TNA, and then she turned heel and became Knockouts champ. She's really grown as a wrestler and someone on promo. I mean, she's very annoying. I dig her. I
just had to read this. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but
no, you're good.
She has Italian, Pakistani, and Finnish descent. Finnish, which is, for the people that don't know what Finnish is, Finland people, come on.
Finland.
Yeah. I did not know that. Is her father the same way? Is he got?
Well, he lives in Canada, I think.
Oh, he lives in Canada.
He has a school. He has a school in. Do you guys remember? Oh God, I can't think of his name. It was a guy we used to podcast with. He was part of the
Ant?
Yeah, he was part of that whole crew.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, Glenn?
No,
No?
not G-Rod. His
Not
name is Costin.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't remember what we called him.
Oh, God.
Like his podcast handle.
Anyway.
Yeah, he lives up in Canada. And he went to Santino's dojo to train. To become
really?
it didn't work out for him because of injuries and stuff. But yeah, he tried.
Very cool, though.
Yeah.
Her mom is half Finnish and half Pakistani descent.
There you go.
You just don't hear the Finnish stain very often, and like Disney knows what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
You know, so it's always interesting when you see that, because you don't see that in wrestling. Any Finland type going on there. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. But nonetheless, I would love Santino. I thought he was fucking fantastic and one of the better comedy characters in WWE in the past, right? I always would love him to come back.
The names he comes up with is like the biggest pop that every week he's getting all serious. He's on stage. He's talking to Mike Santana, who is TNA champ, and he's talking about who he's going to face next week. Someone that's coming back from injury is Steve Macklin. So he goes, Mike Santana and Steve McLean. It's like, what? Who? Oh, okay.
Well, we hope Santino Morella can definitely make it for Clash in Italy. Boy, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
This other story, thanks to ringsidenews.com, gentlemen, is kind of interesting. Triple H and WWE President Nick Khan addressed the company's expanded live event schedule during a recent town hall meeting and explained exactly why WWE is bringing back more main roster house shows. So the biggest reason revealed internally was giving talent more in-ring reps. WWE management believes house shows are extremely valuable to not only help younger wrestlers improve in front of live crowds, but also for allowing talent and producers to experiment with different ideas, matches, and in-ring concepts away from television pressure. So the company also stressed that the goal is finding the right balance between giving talent enough experience while avoiding unnecessary injury risks from an overly demanding schedule. So WWE plans to use the shows as a mix of established main roster stars working alongside younger names who need more live experience in front of crowds. This is something that we've talked about on this show, though. When TKO took over, Endeavor took over, they started to not eliminate the house shows, but they would definitely slow down on doing as many house shows as they were doing when Vince McMahon owned them. This is good. Bring back the house shows, please. Not only will this help develop the talent and get them ready for TV and get them ready in front of, a live crowd so that they can perform in front of a live crowd, but also maybe we'll get to see some ticket prices drop. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, don't get carried away with ticket prices dropped. The prices will be low for a house show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, man. I remember early ages of going to In Your House before it was ever like a pay-per-view situation. That's just what they called your typical house show. It was In Your House before it ever made it to PLE or pay-per-view, whatever we're going to call it. And that is really where you get to see the wrestlers shine.
Yeah.
And it allows people that can't afford to go to the PLEs. You're seeing better action. You're seeing more entertainment because people are themselves, and
longer matches.
And it's a great time too, man. And I truly hope they go on circuit with this. I just I don't need it to be big stars being there. I want to see some of the younger talent pull some from NXT, pull some from, it's just, I think it's a great opportunity. And I hope it's something they stick with because it is a really fun thing.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, Baron hit it right on the head, Javon. I mean, this is a nice opportunity for the WWE to start bringing back house shows so that fans can get an experience of what it's like not on a televised show, because we don't get that many matches on Raw and SmackDown anymore, to be honest. It's all promos and all that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a shorter. At least I would think it'd be a somewhat shorter show. Shorter breaks in between matches, because I mean, shoot, look what they did for Mania. My goodness, what was it? 10 minutes in between matches? It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I know. It wasn't even that long of a match, honestly. So,
well, I mean, and this gives the big thing that comes from the house shows is just not that. This gives the wrestlers, with wrestlers just wrestling once a week type situation, you're prone to injury, right? Prone to bad spots. So this helps out, I think, just everything in general, which I think most people appreciate. So, and it puts more money into the pockets of the wrestlers, which we want, right?
Right.
Or at least we hope so.
It's good all around for those wrestlers. Say for example, say a Roman Reigns who is only going to do Raw and some SmackDowns, just for example. He may not do the house shows, whereas someone up and coming is going to be like, please, if you're not going to use me on Raw, at least send me to the house shows, so they'll do that, so yeah, send some of the younger ones to the, not to burn them out by any means, but they want, especially ones that you're just trying to like they're ready. Like, okay, perfect example, Jade Cargill, someone that maybe hasn't been wrestling as long as Natalia or Natty, whatever. So yeah, send her out there more to work with some of the veterans and give them that experience that they need to get better, And no insult to them. I'm just saying it's they're putting her out there. She needs to be ready now. So
it's a good point. There's a lot of stars that can absolutely shine through that. And Sean brought up a good question. How much? What was everyone's first live show? Do you guys remember?
Oh man, can I go first? Because I think I got the best one.
Go ahead.
Now it's real blurry for me, and I don't remember a lot of matches from it. Like if you look it up on, was that cagematch.com? I think there's only like 1 or 2 matches listed from it because I tried looking it up. And it was such a rare thing that there's not a lot of information about it. So the year that they had WrestleMania 3, so it would have been the summer after WrestleMania 3, so just a couple months later ish. WWF at the time came to Wisconsin State Fair in West Dallas, which is a suburb of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's back. I remember specifically like the midgets being there. It was like Hillbilly Jim and the midgets versus Bundy and the midgets. Like that was a Mania match, right?
Yeah.
Or something real close to that, because the midgets were around for that one. And I remember them being at the state fair. Hogan was there. He wrestled. Now, he wrestled someone that I didn't remember at the time, but I looked it up and it said Sika. And that's a very rare. He didn't wrestle. He only wrestled him like a couple times in his career. Like if you look it up, there's like 2 or 3 other times. And I was like, wow, I don't remember him wrestling him, but like, what was another popular heel at the time? Oh, it was like Kubla Khan or something like that. He wore the goofy like not goofy, pardon me, like a classic Asian hat, big guy. Who else? Oh man, it's all. I don't remember who else would, but I remember a couple of those specific things, and that would have been 87, and I was like 13. Tracy's laughing, but that was my first show, and then I didn't go to another one until I want to say like the return of the NWO.
Oh my God!
The return of the NWO came, and that was at the old Bradley Center downtown Milwaukee before the Fiserv Forum was built.
Wow!
So yeah, quite a span in between. But that's when I really got into wrestling again. Was late '90s, early 2000s. So.
Sean said his was Road to WrestleMania house show on March 19th, 2000. That's a hell of a that would be
nice.
Awesome. Baron, what was yours?
I'm just trying to think of house shows, dude. I've been to so many in the early mid 90s, and I've been to St. Louis and Arizona house shows. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to throw out the first one that I could physically fucking remember in my brain very well was 1997 in your house. Oh. Bad Blood.
Oh, wow.
Which, if anybody remembers, this was the legendary Kane debut when Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker faced off in the very first Hell in a Cell, and Kane debuted with Paul Bearer. So that is the first memory that I have in my brain that I could think of. I've been to plenty house shows because I remember being like, my mom will always tell me the story when I was like 11 or 10, went to the house show and Mankind came out and we were in front row and he came right up to me and scared the fuck. I cried the entire time. The rest of the show, because this was his dark gimmick where he come ripping his hair out with his mandible claw and like was actually scary during that period of time. So I remember that moment as well, but the one that engraved in my mind when I think of In Your House was Bad Blood 97. I sat up in the nosebleed with my dad and my cousin and got to see the debut of Kane and watch my favorite wrestler Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. That was still to this day, I've been to Mania twice, and still to this day, that's the best memory I have at a show, for sure, bar none.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Sad to say, I've never been to a WWE show, whether it be live or a house show ever. I've never been, and I've always
all right. No more excuses, no more bullshit, no more ticket prices. Fork up half of the ticket price. I got the other half, and we go to the next show.
I've gotta go.
Yeah, I don't understand how we haven't been to a live WWE show because we've been to an indie show before.
We went to an indie show. I could tell you about that
a few times.
We went to a gymnasium in Troy, Missouri. It was a high school gymnasium in Troy, Missouri, and it was for Harley Race's promotion. I can't remember what the promotion was called off the top of my head, but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he had his own, right.
Yeah, and it's his school, and he's also got a small promotion that I think is televised too. But I remember we went to it was Baron, myself, and I can't remember who else was there.
Bubba and Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
Bubba and Jake the Snake.
Yeah. So our friend Jake the Snake, Bubba, myself, and the Baron all went to this little gymnasium in Troy, Missouri, and all of a sudden you hear Flair's entrance music hit, and out comes Ric Flair with Harley Race to this gymnasium, this high school gymnasium, which I thought was freaking awesome. I'm like, oh my God, I'm standing in the room with greatness. And Flair gets on the mic. He thanks everyone for being there. Harley Race's school, and this is his promotion and all that. And this is when Harley Race was still in a he was still wheelchair bound. and that was an awesome, really just an awesome moment for me. That is a moment that I will honestly, I'll never forget. That was so cool. But to this day, I've never been to a WWE either televised show or to a house show, and I really, really want to go. Really want to change that. We're gonna do it. Yeah, Sean's gonna throw in some money so that I can go.
Yeah, we'll have to go. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't quite understand how we never went.
no,
At all.
yeah,
Because I try to go to every one that's here, but yeah, we'll go. Don't. Whenever they come back, they come back to St. Louis once a year, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see, and we'll go because it's a phenomenal experience for anybody that is it expensive, sure, but as a wrestling fan, I highly recommend. No matter what anybody's opinion is on WWE, go to one show, and it will absolutely blow your fucking mind because it is unlike what you see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd, the people around you, just intensifies your passion for wrestling because there's so many people around that are wrestling fans. So, yeah, highly recommend.
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen for sure.
We'll start a GoFundMe for Dizzy to go to a show.
Oh man, well, Baron, if you can stick around for just a minute, he's gone. I don't know where did Baron go?
Oh,
I don't know.
Anyway, he's indisposed. He'll be back.
Okay, gotcha. Well, if you are so inclined, we do this little show called Ramblers Unleashed, and we talk about pro wrestling, and we talk about the biggest stories and backstage news that maybe you haven't heard. And we do it here because we love it. We have fun with it. So what we ask you to do is, if you are new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit the like button on this video and all of our other content. That tells not only us, but YouTube that you like what we're doing and suggests our videos. It pushes our video out to more people so that we can get more views, more subscriptions. Because that's what it's all about, J-Bone. It's all about getting the subscribers up so that more people can join in on the conversation, and it really lets us know that we're doing a good job, a good service for you, right?
We do our best.
Yeah, absolutely. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That'll tell you every time that we go live. We've been putting up more historic programming or historic stuff. As far as from the vaults, I mean, we've got JTG. We had our conversation with JTG, formerly of Crime Time, that we've talked about on this show. Now you can go back and relive the time that we got to talk to JTG on this show. Plus, thanks to this guy over here, we were able to talk to Chris DeJoseph, formerly known as Big Dick Johnson in WWE. He was also an executive producer for Lucha Underground, which really awesome because that was when Lucha Underground was still on the air. He got Chris DeJoseph to come on that show. I don't know how you did it.
I was super excited about the show to come out because it was something visually very different. It was cinematic, and it featured some of my favorites like John Morrison. I was going to say Rey Mysterio, but he didn't show up until like later. But there were some ex-WWE cats in there, and then excuse me, so a lot of AAA guys, because it was that's where it all originally started was that, and it was Conan was like an executive producer, or he also was writer, whatever. But it was his goal to get Lucha Libre in front of the American audience, and that was the goal of Lucha Underground. And I was one of the first few on YouTube that actually started covering it. And I followed Chris DeJoseph, and he actually started following the podcast. And I was like, oh, oh, hey, that's a little feather in my cap. I thought that was pretty awesome at the time. I was only doing this for a couple of years at the time. So, but yeah, and then he actually we messaged each other a couple times, and I don't know, life happened after a while, and then I got away from it for a bit, and he goes, hey, you stopped covering it, and I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm sorry, yeah. So but yeah, I was one of the original guys, so that was how I got him to join the podcast.
And then you brought your Mucha Lucha segment onto this show,
right?
And then we had Krista Joseph on our program, and we got to chat with him, which was really, really awesome. So you can relive that moment inside the vault, plus JTG, plus we're going to throw some more stuff up there, guys. I found our old ECW review shows.
Fuck, Dizzy. Are you trying to lose everybody?
And no, I'm trying to get people.
No, you're going to lose. Sean is never going to come back.
Now, I was listening to some of these old review shows, and they're funny. They're funny, okay?
I can't wait to hear them.
We're going to put them up on this channel in the vault, and we have about, I think we did 7 ECW review shows.
Only 7?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
They were a lot to put on.
So I was not a part of these. Were they just like random ones that you guys did, or what?
Yeah,
we did some of their bigger pay-per-views
during
that time.
Living Dangerously, we did November to Remember, or Dismember, or something like that, and then a few others. I'm not sure. And that's awesome. See, Sean bought JTT's book, which is still $2.99. He bought it after he listened to that episode.
Hell yeah, dude! Love
there
that.
You go.
That's great, dude.
Oh, and yeah,
hopefully get a good read out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting book, and I need to find out if JTG is still active. Maybe we can get him back on the show. Who knows? But this is why we do this for you. So please consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit the like button. That tells YouTube that you love what we're doing. It tells us you love what we're doing, and suggests our videos to more people. Make sure you check out the vault and dive back into some of the history. I'm still going to try to find Bubba pissing on a live mic. I got to go through all of our content to find that moment, but I'm going to put that up as a short. And it is just so funny. It's so funny because we talk about it all the time, but we need to get that up there. Anyway, let's get back into the news because it's time, Baron, for your buzzkill moment. And following his surprise return to WWE on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, now appears on the company's website roster page. Lesnar was previously moved to the alumni section after his suspected retirement at WrestleMania 42. So this is all we know, that Brock Lesnar came back to Monday Night Raw. And what are we thinking, Baron?
Who fucking cares? Dude, come on. My problem is that I do believe we'll get a match with him and Oba, obviously, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna SummerSlam. We're gonna get that match, and my problem is Brock is gonna have his final match there. Like, this has to be it, right? And what I'm scared of is him beating Oba. And I think that hurts the credibility of Oba. Mm-hmm. I think Oba is so fucking over. I think the man should, when someone's over like Oba right now, you catapult that motherfucker to have a belt on. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. He already did his due diligence by beating Brock Lesnar 2-3 minutes or whatever the hell it was at Mania, which was great. It got the pop we wanted, and we got the beatdown from Oba that we wanted, right? To show that he's better than Brock, which is what is, Yeah, Brock Legner. Brock Legner.
Brock Lesnar.
When Max gave me the title of the show this week, I'm like, okay, this motherfucker. Okay, whatever. We're running with this shit. I'm scared that this could be an opportunity that Brock goes over Oba, and I think that may hurt his credibility in a sense, right? And I'm not a fan of that. You guys know for many years I'm not a fan of Brock regardless. I not behind the hype or anything along those lines, just like Goldberg. Sorry, J-Bone.
No, I am one of 3 card-carrying members of the Goldberg fan club. It's all good.
So Sean Brock, I do not know if it's for Clash in Italy. I don't know if that's happening. If it does, Brock goes over. We get a third match between him and Oba goes over, wins over.
Okay.
That's great. I could go behind that, but I just feel like that's not happening.
But can they build? So if Sean is right, if the rematch really is in Clash in Italy, can they build this story so short notice? Wouldn't we want?
Yes, I mean absolutely. I mean because the story is already there, right? Like,
yes, but
Brock's just coming back is enough. The problem is you don't hinder or hurt the momentum that someone like Oba has when he has the potential to be the star of the company. I think we all can agree when he comes out, the reaction from the crowd before his music even really hits, they're chanting Oba like they do with Goldberg. So I am not behind Brock beating him at all. It doesn't make sense in the story. Oba beat him, let Oba move on, put a belt on him, let him conquer whoever else he wants to. He's the ruler. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I just don't want any Brock Lesnar going over Oba at all. It doesn't make sense. If he loses the next match against Oba, great, and they want to have a third match and Oba wins, I'm all for that because that helps build up Oba. But the problem is Brock Lesnar is going to go over Oba at least once, and that's one too many times.
I hope that's not true. I hope that Oba beats Brock Lesnar again just to show that he is the new dominant beast in the WWE, because Oba's a big dude and he is just so talented, and his talent really needs to shine other than having just a match with Brock Lesnar. And that is coming from a guy who loves Brock's intensity. I loved watching him in the ring, but to have Obafemi now in the WWE, someone who is honestly bigger than Brock Lesnar, size-wise, that is just I love Brock. I love Obafemi. I just hope they don't bury him in this. I really
one last thing.
You go for it,
Brock. Please do something with your fucking jeans, my man. This is twice now he's came in and ripped those motherfuckers in half.
If we weren't afraid of copyright things, I'd ask you guys to play the SpongeBob SquarePants "Rip My Pants" song, because that's a classic. It's funny because you can't see it, and then all of a sudden he's standing in the ring and he's looking around, and all of a sudden you see his hand go back, and he's like, "Oh shit, he did it again."
Yeah, I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about these jeans, but he's got some flimsy ass jeans, man.
Did you hear him when he was up at the entrance and the crowd mentioned that to him, and he said, "I don't." What did he say? Did he say, "I don't fucking care"? Yes. Yeah, I fucking know. I don't fucking care or whatever. And they bleeped it out. That was funny.
That's hilarious.
Oba's got to win every single time he faces off against Brock.
I agree with that, but I gotta throw another point in here.
Mm-hmm.
I love all these people that are like, "Oh, I knew he was gonna come back. Oh, I called it. Oh, I knew." Shut the hell up. Okay, I'm so like okay, you can say you're not surprised or whatever, but don't say you knew it. It's like, And the reason why I say this, and you can say, oh, yeah, J-Bone's just stupid. He bought into it. No, the reason why I believed it, number one, I saw the man crying in the ring. And we've seen Brock around for how long?
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen Brock shed any kind of emotion other than laughing at something Paul Heyman said or something, or he laughed when he laughed in the face of the Undertaker, or something like that. And other than that, he doesn't show emotion.
Do you think that?
Wait, I want to make and no one talks about this, and this is why I'm bringing this up. I don't even know if you guys know about this.
Mm-hmm.
Bork Legner, Brock Lesnar's daughter, and the reason, and my wife's, now I didn't see this because it got taken down, but my wife saw this and told me about it immediately. Brock's daughter put up a post immediately following that WrestleMania and said he's not coming back because his doctors told him that if he wrestles anymore, he's going to die. It was I'm paraphrasing, but that was what she said, right? Tracy?
The doctor said that if he does not retire, he's going to be dead before he's 50.
Yeah. He'll be dead before he's 50, yeah.
I mean,
he may look like he's in tremendous shape, but his insides, no bueno.
That is one thing that I don't think people realize, and I don't think many people appreciate. So whenever we see, whenever Baron sees a pro wrestler gets to meet one, J-Bone, if you get to meet one, if Max sees one that he's worked with in the past, or if I see one, I certainly thank them for their contributions inside the ring, because night in and night out, week in, week out, they put their lives and their bodies on the line. This is what we talk about when we say that pro wrestlers are superheroes, because they absolutely put their bodies on the line for our entertainment, solely for our entertainment. And of course, to get a fat paycheck too, but they do it because they love it. They love the fans. They want to make the fans happy. And we're here for that. So if you're a pro wrestler watching this, thank you for what you do inside of that squared circle. It is certainly appreciated. And I completely 110,000 million% believe Bob's daughter saying that if he didn't retire, he was probably going to die in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, he has the D word, diverticulitis. I can't say it right, bro. Yeah. I'm not even going to try to attempt it.
Diverticulitis.
Yes, thank you, J-Bone. I wasn't going to butcher that shit.
There go my 2 brain cells for the night.
J-Bone's like, spiraling. But also though, real quick on that point, I do believe Brock was going to go out on his own terms at that moment. I do believe TKO had a say in him having to come back, because there's been a lot of stories and a lot of rumors. We take them for a grain of salt, but I do believe it that, Brock Lesnar was not supposed to do that in the ring at Mania. He was supposed to continue the story, and he was trying to go out on his own terms. And I truly believe that was the case here. I bet you TKO threw him some more money to continue the story with Oba, or whatever the case may be. I think that's the true reason. Again, don't have him beat Oba at all, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I just hope that Oba continues this momentum that he's on, even though Brock Lesnar is back. That would be awesome. But honestly, it's good that he's working with Brock, because, he can show Oba a thing or two, to help him push him to the moon, because the man needs to be just on an absolute rocket ship to the moon. He's so talented. We love Oba Femi. Let's move on to some AEW news. And J-Bone, this is kind of interesting, man. So while speaking during his self-made session, Self-Made Pro revealed that many people previously viewed Leon Slater eventually joining WWE as practically inevitable. However, multiple AEW talent and figures within the company are now pushing for AEW to aggressively pursue the rising UK star instead. This comes from ringsidenews.com. So this actually becomes more interesting because Self-Made Pro made it clear that Slater is not locked into anything officially with WWE at this point either. So according to the report, there is now growing belief that both major companies could seriously compete for Slater once his current situation opens up, comparing to an arms race. Now, a couple things I want to point out to you, J-Bone. First off, we now know that TKO is doing all of these budget cuts, and they're asking superstars to take cuts and all this stuff. Now, what if AEW gives Leon Slater a really good competitive offer that TKO says, hey, we want you. You're already in TNA, but we want you because you're part of us. We're going to do this for you. We're going to up the ante a little bit that AEW can't do. Also, I mean that's my first question for you, because I'm going to follow it up with, because I don't know if you're going to go. I don't know which way you're going to go, but I'm going to follow it up with you. Go ahead.
It's interesting because, I mean, a lot of TNA fans do believe it's a lock that he's. It's easy to assume in the world of pro wrestling, but I always say never assume, because you know what the word assume means. I mean, I could see them wanting to bring in Leon Slater, but I could see, I hate using this term, but lowballing him, and then Tony Khan being like, yeah, well, we're going to offer you, and here's NXT, here's Tony Khan's offer, and I don't know. I'd like to think that what WWE has done for Leon Slater, I mean, they brought him in with Javon Evans. They gave them matches. They made them a tag team together. I mean, when the most interesting thing that happened to Leon Slater, now it was a bummer for TNA fans, because there was a period where there was several, if not all of TNA's visas were like held up at one point earlier this year, and none of the international stars were featured on the show because they were stuck at home. So in that period of time, Leon Slater was featured on a WWE, I can't remember what show it was. It was a European show, and they brought in Leon Slater, and I think it was when he tagged with Javon Evans, and I don't know, I'm brain farting here, but I know that they gave him an opportunity to be on the show, which was amazing, for him. The fact that he was in front of, in fact, I think he was in front of his hometown crowd, or somewhere in the UK. Man, I mean, the kid is young. He's going to be kind of impressionable, but he also seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders, just given like the maturity of the promos he gives. I guess it's like I said, we can't assume what's going to be going on with his with what he wants for his future. I mean,
so let me follow this up with you. Well, let's say that TKO can't beat what Tony Khan is going to offer him, and Leon Slater goes over to AEW. Would Leon Slater just end up getting lost in the shuffle of AEW, or do you think that would be a good growing moment for him?
I'm assuming he's going to get lost in the shuffle because I've seen a lot of people go from TNA over to AEW. And now, granted, I'll admit I don't watch AEW, but I at least try to keep up with what they're doing. I'll watch the occasional clip and I try to see who's facing who. I mean, Ace Austin was one of my favorite guys in TNA for the longest time. X Division star, big time up and comer. And he went to AEW, and I don't hear a damn thing about him anymore. And that's not to say he's not doing anything. I don't want to poo-poo him. The guy is incredibly talented. I hope to God they're using him. But, for example, I know they're using Kevin Knight and Speedball Bailey a lot more. In fact, I think Bailey is wrestling Wednesday night against the world champ Darby Allin, and that I actually would like to see because Bailey's a hell of a talent. But man, I mean, I hope he goes to WWE because there's a lot of matches I want to see him do in the WWE, and hell, I mean, even if he doesn't become a singles star there immediately, and they put him with a guy like Javon Evans, which I'm assuming, honestly, I think they'd put him in NXT for at least a half a year to a year, just for educational purposes, But man, there's so much I'd like to see him do and run back against some other people that went up to WWE recently. But man,
I think of Josh Alexander. I think of Deonna Purrazzo. I think of even weren't the Rascals? I think the Rascals were part of AEW too.
They all went there except for Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel's,
right.
I don't know exactly what happened with Trey Miguel. Something happened with his contract, or they denied. Like Tony Khan wanted to hire him, and then higher ups above Tony Khan, which I'm assuming Warner Brothers or whatever, said no to him for whatever. And then he went back to TNA, which unfortunately he's injured right now because he shattered his kneecap. So he's going to be out for, I'm guessing, several months. But yeah, Trey Miguel is incredible. He's in the best shape of his life besides the injury he just had. So I'm glad he's back in TNA.
So let's keep on the AEW ship. We're going to keep an eye on Leon Slater and see who he ultimately signs with.
TNA.
We're hoping. But we're gonna keep an eye on that. Now, on one of my daily doses, I mentioned that Mick Foley, his Legends contract with WWE is set to expire soon. I think in June or July or somewhere around there. And he has expressed that he's not going back to the company. Now, Mick Foley's name has been tied to AEW, but fans may want to pump the brakes before assuming that he's going to go to the Jacksonville promotion. The takedown on Sports Illustrated, and this story thanks to ringsidenews.com, stated that AEW has shown real interest in working with Foley in 2026 with his WWE Legends contract approaching its expiration next month. That opened the door to plenty of talk about Mick possibly appearing for AEW, whether it's a one-time attraction, a special guest, or something more involved. However, an update on Wrestling Observer Radio made one thing clear. There is interest, but that does not mean Foley is already on his way to AEW. Garrett Gonzalez brought up Foley's future during the AEW portion of the show and asked whether Foley could go to AEW or at least do something with the company. Uncle Dave said he could see it happening, but he made it very clear that it's not a done deal. So, Baron, if Mick joins AEW, I just don't want him to be ignored by Tony Khan. I feel like these legends are signed to legend contracts to just show up and sign autographs, maybe give a quick tip or two, but they're just ultimately, I feel like they're just ignored.
I mean, Edge. He's not ignored. Adam Copeland, right?
Okay, it's still wrestling.
Steen.
Yeah, he can still go.
You know,
Sting, can he technically really still go? Not really.
no, but
He had a successful time there. First and foremost, it was a slow news day for whoever came out with this article because Mick Foley is not going to AEW. He's not going to TNA. He's definitely not coming back to WWE. So I'm not even sure how his name got involved into this mix here.
Because his Legends contract is set to expire next month, and he's going to go somewhere. I mean, he's got to make money. His comedy thing isn't doing very well. So
I mean, he's at the age, and he has no mobility, and secondly, he has plenty of money already. He does a podcast. He wrote a Times bestseller book, for fuck's sake. I'm sure financially he's doing okay. So like, I'm not even sure how he got mixed up in the AEW thing. To me, that's baffling.
Anything to help grow the company more, I suppose.
It won't benefit the company at all in the slightest. Mick Foley has done his due diligence in wrestling to me. And I really think this was a very slow news day for whoever wrote this article, because I don't think there's dude, for 3 years now, Shane McMahon is going to appear on AEW every week, right? So like,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. We got a photo of Shane McMahon in it by a table, and nobody else was around. It was just Shane McMahon, but he was having a meeting with Tony Khan. Don't forget that, guys.
Yeah, and we've also heard Vince McMahon is going to come in and swoop in and save AEW too. So
yeah, I think I appreciate everything Mick Foley has done, and I always will. And I think he knows, and I think we all know, like, there's no benefit for him in AEW in the current standing, right? This roster is already oversaturated with talent. We need to focus on not pulling new talent from WWE because they lost their Legends contract or contract in general. We need to focus on like actually doing some shit over there. Wrestling's phenomenal. Now let's get some fucking stories going. Please, can we have stories for the fuck's sake here?
I'm going to throw my 2 cents in on this. I think the only way he could honestly help them at some point is because right now AEW Jazzwares that's done. Jazzwares is no longer making AEW action figures. I mean, there's a couple like that are like in line to be made. Whether they get made or not, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But if they approach someone at a new deal and be like, hey, we got Mick Foley, how about we make some Mick Foley action figures, something to that effect, that could help them. Merch, someone's always going to buy Mick Foley merch.
Oh yeah,
so I mean, who doesn't want a new bang bang,
have a nice day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, exactly to Sean's point. Does anyone remember Britt Baker? You feel like these, and this goes back to the whole Leon Slater thing, man.
Yeah.
They get this really, really decent talent, and they use them for just a little bit, and then they pull them off of TV because Tony Khan gets a new toy and he says, oh, I got to go play with this. I got to put this on TV.
Careful how you say that. I'm just kidding.
I know. But I just don't want Leon Slater to jump ship over to AEW and get lost in the. I really hope we're going to keep an eye on where Leon Slater goes. We're definitely going to keep an eye on what Mick Foley does too. If he goes over to AEW, I think that if he goes over there, they're just going to pay him like stupid money just to hang around the freaking locker room. I don't know, or just even just kind of shed some light on hey, here's what good match, but you could have done it like this, or try this, or I don't know, coach the talent, because they need to be coached. They definitely need to be coached.
I think about it now, and I know there's at least 10 or so matches that they could line up for Leon Slater immediately. Number one, either of the Young Bucks. I'd love to see that. The Young Bucks are still one of my favorite tag teams. I'd love to see him run it back with Bailey, Will Ospreay, any of the Rascals, Kevin Knight, hell, Pac. I mean, there's right off the top there. There's a bunch of dream matches in there. So, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have opportunities. It's just how they book him. So.
Sure. Let's almost wrap this thing up, but let's talk some TNA. Kind of awesome news here. Cedric Alexander captured the TNA X Division Championship on the May 14th Impact show, but the bigger shock may have come seconds later when former WWE NXT star suddenly showed up. The main event featured Alexander challenging Leon Slater in a best 2 out of 3 falls match for the X Division Championship. Slater jumped ahead early after catching Cedric with a quick roll-up pin, but Alexander slowly took control as the match became more physical. Slater eventually busted open after being thrown into the ring steps before Alexander finally finished him off back-to-back lumbar checks to win the championship. But the title change wasn't the end of the segment. Right as Cedric was prepared to celebrate with the championship, Fabian Aichner, also known as Giovanni Vinci, made a surprise debut appearance in TNA. J-Bone, that's exciting news to welcome Giovanni Vinci to TNA. That's awesome.
It is exciting. I'm sure there are some fans out there are like, hey, who is this guy? Yeah. And that's fair, because he was let go between a year and a year and a half ago from WWE / NXT. I think it was in NXT before his exit. They tried giving him some cool Italian playboy kind of gimmick, and it's
I mean, they paired him up with Gunther, and
that was hot. That was hot.
That was good, as well as Ludwig.
Yeah.
You really didn't hear anything from him. So now he's in TNA. That's awesome. I hope he builds up his character there.
He looks like he's in incredible shape. If you want to catch up on what he's been doing or where his mindset is at, Chris Van Vliet just interviewed him a few weeks ago. And I've got Chris Van Vliet's YouTube channel on my notification. So whenever there's a new one that pops up, it's right there as soon as it gets in there. And I saw it. I was like, who is? Oh yeah, wow. What we haven't seen him. He's been one of the I would say better free agents that has been really quiet, and he hasn't worked indies. He's been just enjoying some of the fruits of his labor and just taking his time coming back, So number one, it's great to see him back. Number two, it's really exciting in 2026 to see some of these new faces pop up in TNA. And even if it is someone that we haven't seen for a while, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with them,
New and old faces, man. TNA is a growing promotion, and I love seeing their growth. I love seeing them work with WWE, and I'm excited to see what they have in the future. But
yeah,
that's going to wrap up the show. And what an amazing show! Golfers clap for the show, guys. Very good. By the way, I have to say this, J-Bone, it is so good to have you back here on the program. We missed you. We missed you.
Gas this fucking man up. God damn you, Dizzy.
We did this
Let me
last
mute my
week.
mic.
I wasn't here. I wasn't here.
I know.
I'll give you shit, brother.
Thank you, J-Bone, for coming back. And I know your fans have missed you, and I love the work that you're doing over at TNI, and we hope that that continues to grow, and we hope we can grow here with you. So thank you for coming back. Golfers clap for that.
I'm happy to be back. When I started talking to you guys last week, it wasn't the goal to just be like, hey, let me back on the show. No, I like I said last week, I lost a lot of friends recently, and I just was thinking about just life in general, deep thoughts with J-Bone. And Dizzy reached out to me because he saw that I was in the chat last week, and he thanked me, and I'm like, well, shit, man. So we started talking while I was at lunch at work, and I'm like, hey, let's all chat tonight if that's cool.
Yeah.
And then you guys opened up the door, and
one thing led to another, and here you are, man.
And next thing, I was sharing pictures of my toes with peanut butter, and here we are.
Motherfuckers, I never got none of that shit, so don't put me in that category.
You must have confused our conversation with you and Mrs. J-Bone. So
yeah, the edibles must be fucking flowing through the blood that night.
I don't know if you heard that, but my wife just went, ew.
Yeah, you is right, dude. Like we said last week, it's an absolute pleasure. Glad to have you back, man. We truly are. This point forward, J-Bone,
yes,
back to grazing. So be prepared. Max is going to call you grandpa, and we've had a lot of fucking
that's fine
Culvers, so it is game time. So welcome back, motherfucker.
It's good to be back. It's and being on, it's like all I do is TNA talk over on TNA. So this kind of keeps me on my toes for other discussions. So I appreciate it in more ways than one, not just being back with you guys and my friends. But just keeping up on everything else, keeps me on my toes. So thank you guys, and thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell icon. That will tell you every time we go live, and it tells YouTube that you love what we're doing, tells us you like what we're doing, and we can put more content out. Again, we're going to do more from the vault. Yes, Sean, we're going to get the ECW review shows up. Baron, yes.
We didn't do Saturday night main event prediction, but do we really have to? Do you want to run through them?
I don't even know what the full card is.
We can run down it, but briefly run down it, right? If we
just real quick.
Yeah, because Max did personally send me his picks, so I want to make sure I get that for him. I just realized that, and I'm like, oh shit, we went. It's always good when we ramble past what we think. It's always good.
Yeah.
It's bad when WWE. Okay, so on WWE's website, you can go to the show section, and they have Clash of Italy, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Backlash Tampa, which just happened, and AAA. Hello, where's Saturday night's main event?
But let's be honest here, dude. That is not a PLE, and people think it is. It is just a show, right?
But they still always put it in the show section because it's a special event.
That's fair. The card must really suck, huh?
I'm trying to find that damn card. I can't seem to find.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't even find it on the freaking.
Let's go here real quick.
I have it.
Wait,
right
that's
here.
Clash. That's Clash.
Here, I have it. Just scroll all the way to the bottom.
Penta versus Ethan Page. We have the Vision, Logan Paul, Austin Theory versus the Street Profits. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, Meechin, and B-Fab. and there's additional matches expected. So we don't even know the full card yet.
We'll probably
And
find
it's
out.
a Saturday.
It's
Okay.
this Saturday. So yeah.
We could talk about it. We could just talk about it Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about it on Tuesday. Let's not do this right now because we don't know all the matches.
Yeah.
So,
Props to that fucking banner though. With Penta. I absolutely love when they highlight this motherfucker. I think Penta is becoming one of my favorite, and the poster board for Saturday's night main event with Penta on it is clean, and I absolutely love it.
For sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that on Tuesday, and we will also bring you more news as we find it and hear about it. We will definitely pass it along to you. But that is the show, gentlemen. Great show, and we are done for the evening. So before we get out of here, J-Bone, how can they follow you, sir?
You can find me on the old Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. You can also find me every Thursday talking all things total nonstop impact over on the TNI YouTube channel and doing a live reaction and then review following with the crew. So yeah, if you're a TNA fan, go give us a listen. If you're trying to find us on audio, it's We Talk Impact. Just Google We Talk Impact and all our shit will pop up.
Dig it. Baron, how can they follow you, sir?
Right down here, the scumbag Jordan with 3 ends that nobody's gonna follow. So fuck you.
Hey, he's an easy follow. I mean, I'm just saying.
I like a good follow.
We follow him. You should follow him too.
That's right.
While you're following people, follow Max Magus on X at Max Magus, and follow the show too on X at The Ramblers Pod. You can find us on Facebook at Ramblers Unleashed. And if you're over here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, hit the like button. That tells YouTube and us that you like what we're doing and suggest our video and our content to more people. And we will be giving you more content. We will be giving you more from the vault. And until next Tuesday, I guess we'll do this all over again. So enjoy professional wrestling for what it is. Anything that you watch, just enjoy it, watch it, love it. We'll be here to talk about it next Tuesday. So long. Too sweet.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramblers Unleashed. Follow the show on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of upcoming episodes.
Now, Grandpa, you can go to bed.
Thanks.